Hello and welcome everyone to the 5-Man Raid channel. This is another installment of Kerbal Space Program. And today we're going to try to get this rocket in orbit above Kerbal. So we got our rocket here. Everything in this rocket should be available to you if you're just starting out with this game. You got to collect science to unlock different parts to get your rocket upgraded and whatnot, which I covered in my last video. If you want to go check that out, you can. But we're going to blast off here, and we are going to get going and see how we can do it. One thing you always want to keep in mind is to make sure your throttle's up a little bit. Liquid fuel starts going because I always hit the space bar and I forget that my throttle's down. It's something that I've always had trouble with here. Blasting off, I always hit the space bar and I don't know what's going on, so I hit it again. And my rocket's all messed up and start all over again. So just something to keep in mind. Keep your finger off of the space bar until you have to do it, like right now. So we're on our second stage right now, hitting 5,000 meters, so should be going up here quite nicely. Looks like we're okay going up. If you want to hit the M key and zoom in, kind of position yourself so you're ready to make this aperture change. We'll kind of show you how to do this. So we're about at 10,000 feet, so I think what I'm going to do is start to roll this thing over a little bit. And I like to point this thing kind of in the 30 to 40 range. So keep it about there. We'll throttle up here and kind of keep it right in there. And as you can see, if we go to our map, our blue line is starting to crawl out here, and what that means is our distance that we're traveling is going to be farther and farther with this course that we have right now. So if we want to start making an orbit, we can. And so if we want to do that, we grab our aperture by, if it'll do it, let's hit our plus, make sure we're okay on fuel here. Try to do this real quick. So you'll want to click on your aperture, say add maneuver, and you hit this little green arrow and start pulling it out, and you'll start to see that a yellow line is going to be taking shape, and as this goes out, it'll connect itself, and there you'll get a wraparound of Kerbal, and that will be your orbit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's what we're going to go on. So what you'll want to do now is you'll want to burn your rocket, and you want to point it at this little blue triangle here. And this is the meters per second that we need to burn for. And as you can see, that's slowly starting to go down, and this is our estimated burn time. So we need to burn for 21 seconds. And what this will do is you'll burn for that long, the 21 seconds, and if you're pointing at this blue triangle, you'll slowly start to get in orbit, and as this goes down, we're going to kill the rocket by hitting X, and if we kill it right at that point, we should be making an orbit around Kerbal. So we're going to kill our rocket now by hitting X, and we got 1 second left, but I think this should do it. We got a little bit of fuel left. We're going to hit M, and as you can see, our blue line, which is the line that our spaceship is traveling, is actually going around Kerbal. So I think we're okay here. So we can delete this maneuver if we want. And now it looks like we have a orbit. So we'll go back to our spaceship, and we can speed this up. And just to make sure that we are in orbit, we're going to zoom out just a little bit just so we can kind of see some things. As you can see, we're still in orbit, going around. The sun's starting to pop up here. And this is the small part. We just got out of the small part of the world. We're coming around to see the sun. And what will happen is when you get so far out into space here, you will actually see your time change here. You'll be able to warp speeds a lot faster than times 4. So once we get out a little bit further, you'll see this warp changing, and we'll be able to just kind of zoom around this little warp speed. So it's going to take a little bit here, but I'll just show you that so that way you see how it works. But that should be kind of the basics of how to get yourself into orbit. It's pretty simple to do. You just got to make sure you have enough rocket fuel. There you go. Maybe you have to hit back to 1 and then you can speed it up. So we're going to zoom this out, slow it down, and as you can see, we are still orbiting. Zoom it up again, and as you get back into the planet's sphere of influence, you'll actually slow down. It's kind of a safety feature I think Kerbal has, so that way you don't speed up and actually accidentally blow yourself up when you come back into space if you're pretty close to hitting the planet. So actually it looks like we're going to hit here. Yep, it does. But anyway, I think you kind of get the gist of it. You just kind of pull that thing out and you kind of see how I did that whole wrap around and everything. So we'll just land this thing, but you kind of have an idea of how to do this. I had a little bit more burn. Looks like I should have done that, but anyway, we'll blow this off here. I'll land this thing and you can go try this for yourself. If you like what I'm doing, please comment below, subscribe. If you like these videos, leave a post down below saying what you like, what you dislike. This is kind of my first time talking about doing this stuff, so be generous on that. I know I'm not the perfect speaker. So we will talk to you later. Take it easy, guys.